All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And once again, you're joining me for the Hero Hour. Got a lot of stuff going to happen over the next few weeks, and figured we get started and get things going. All right. All right. Let's make sure you getting me. Oh, wait a minute. I got to make sure my mic is set up. We'll do standard definition. Switch audio. Internal microphone. No, I want to use USB microphone. That's what I want. All right, let me make sure you guys can hear me. There we go. Okay. Now, see, the funny thing is I had downloaded the last live stream on Wednesday, and I was cutting out a clip of it, and I know my audio was very muffled, and I was like, what's going on? And turns out I was using my computer's audio instead of the microphone, the one next to my face. So that's the reason why it sounded so bad. So I think I fixed that problem, and we're good to go. All right, well, give me just half a second. Running a little bit behind today, so let me bring up the invite, and we'll see if we can get some people to come in and say hi. Oh, man, what a long week. I know it's probably been a long week for everybody out there. But let's see. Todd, Avery. I'll hit the send and see if any of those guys can join us. Let me open up my Twitter screen, which is one of those places I rarely ever go. I hate Twitter. I really do think it's the cesspool that most people describe it as. But sometimes it's the easiest way to reach out to people. So let me pop that in there real quick. Send it out to a few people, see if they're able to join. And, of course, then we'll get back to me. All right. Hey, everybody out there. How's it going? Let me move this aside, move the keyboard aside, and get out my drawing pad. So that's where we always like to start. All right. Let's see. I need a pencil. Let me see if I can grab one. All right. We're going to go back to working on this new character that I've been designing. But I want to... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. We're going to get some reference as well. All right. I'm just looking for some images. I wanted to do something different with this character, and I don't know anything about my reference that I'm looking up, so let's see. Oh, okay. This is cool looking. I'm sorry, I know I'm talking to myself, but...
Did you already feed the cats?
Yes, dear. I fed the cats. All right. I'm being invaded right now. My wife just walked through to go to the kitchen, and the cats are following her. And they're using my desk and my table as a way of getting to the kitchen. Anybody want a couple of cats? We'll give them away free. No questions asked. You can't have the dog, though. I like the dog. Oh, that's cool. That's what I like right there. That looks cool. Okay. Hey, Evan. How's it going, man? How are you doing? Dibs, you want the cats? All right, cool. I'd gladly give them to you. Let me see if I can... Oh, no. Ah! I just moved my lamp, and it came unhooked from the desk. Jeez Louise. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta take my headphones off for a second. All right, sorry about that. The connector thingamabobber for my lamp just for some reason decided it did not want to stay where it's supposed to go. Let me see if I can. I'll just put it at the end of my desk for the time being. Evan says verbal contracts are legally binding. Dude, if you want my cats, I'd gladly give them to you.
The password for.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Oh my good God. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Oh, everything at my desk decided to all go to crap all at the same time. So
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to take a crap a lot today too.
yeah, well, there we go. All right.
Coronavirus makes you poop, right? It messes you up, right?
I have no idea. I haven't had time to actually even look into it. I know it's a respiratory thing.
I think it makes you sick at your tummy too.
Makes you sick at your tummy. Does it make you go sick in the head? Because there's some people out there going crazy.
Oh, dude, did you see that crazy person threatening Ethan's life?
Yes, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, and that guy's like, I didn't threaten him. No, dude, that was a threat, dude. And that's not like me and you joking like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, no, that was like you're threatening to come to his house.
Yep. No, we're gonna talk about that. I got screenshots, and this is a thing that's gonna happen. So
crazy asshole, dude.
Yep.
Like all comics. Right. I've never been so proud to be a failure in my life. It's like, thank God I'm not one of them. Thank God I failed and I'm not one of them. I'd rather be a loser than one of them.
Hey, Evan says he bought an assload of art tutorials online today.
Cool.
And he says, Avery, answer your DMs and or commit to things. Show now. I have somewhere to be. Okay.
Yes. Who?
Evan Hotemp.
What are you talking about, Evan? What DM? I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, well. He sent you a DM.
I don't have any DMs from Evan. They're not showing. DM where?
All right, we'll see if he's able to answer. And in the meantime, we're drawing. Oh.
I don't have. I'm looking on Twitter. I don't see anything from Evan.
Evan, where did you send him a DM?
I think he might be talking about Dillard.
Oh, okay. Blue Samurai Zero says, Evan, am I following things here? Avery is Andrew's son and colorist, right?
Yeah. No. Oh God, no. I'm not his colorist anymore.
Avery and I went to high school together. We've known each other over 20 plus years.
30, about 30.
Yeah, he was the best man at my wedding. I've known him since he was a little guy. This is where you're supposed to say you were never little.
I was 16 and the same height I am. No, I was 14 when you met me and the same height I am now.
Yeah, so no. I
was only about 6 feet tall at 14.
He's not my
3 inches shorter.
Yeah, he's not my son. My son's name is Michael. And but the two of them resemble each other a lot. Because Michael is tall, where I am not tall. Neither is my wife.
Well, there's a reason I always joke around that you're a cuck.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry. Tell your wife I apologize.
it's all right. She understands. She's known you and me long enough.
What a horrible joke. Just like of all the mean-spirited things I've said to you, that's got to be like the worst.
Yeah, it's not fun, but it's okay.
Yeah, no.
It's one of those ones that constantly comes up, and we just all run with it because it's actually funny, but only to like you and I. So, all right. Let's see here. All right.
Yeah, what DMs? Avery was adopted. Oh yeah, the Dillard, the Gauntlet. I don't know why I would be on that. I mean,
did you get invited to one of Dillard's shows and not show up?
Well, I've been invited to be on one. I don't know why he wants me on there. I mean, I'm nobody.
Well, he likes you because you're funny.
I don't have a book.
Well, not having a book doesn't mean you don't get invited to shows. So, Avery was adopted by Andrew's cat. I hate to say it. Evan has this really twisted idea of what our life is like.
Yeah.
And, hold on just a quick second.
I'm like thinking what DM? It's like, is it on Instagram? Is somebody sent me? Because Instagram keeps crashing. I'm like, that would be the one place I wouldn't be getting DMs. Because every time I go to open Instagram, it crashes. Wait, is it working now? I just opened and closed Instagram twice, so okay, it's working now.
Evan, I noticed you haven't said anything. Something that I figured it would stand out to you like a sore thumb. I'm going to see if he's paying attention. Because I know how much he hates certain things, and I did something specifically just for him.
Alexa, play "Tear You Apart" by She Wants Revenge.
What? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Evan makes us. You ever notice that Evan brings up stuff that makes us have to do homework to find out what it is he's talking about?
Well, Evan might be hipper than we are. Like my hipness ends with like alternative bands in the 90s.
And my hipness,
which is way hipper than Andrew, because Andrew's like, I have no idea what that. Andrew's still like, who's Kurt Cobain?
Oh, I do know who Kurt. Well, I know of him.
You heard of him.
I've heard of him. Yes. I think he was. There was a tragedy in his marriage, and he's no longer with us. I don't remember all the details.
The tragedy was he married Courtney Love and then killed himself.
Yes, I know.
He's like, oh God, what have I done?
I read Preacher. I know he put a shotgun to himself. At least I think that's what he did.
Yes.
Okay. In the book and in the TV show Preacher, the character of Horseface.
It was only a huge news story back then. That's okay.
Well,
it was only massive. It's all right.
That kind of transitions to announcement I'm going to make.
Oh, great.
Because of the fact that there's so much stuff going on right now between the coronavirus and the economy and the comic book market and things with stores, I'm going to expand my live streams. Starting tomorrow, we're going daily. And we're going to talk about the news of the day, especially when it comes to comics and the effect on the comic industry. I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, so. I'm starting my new daily live stream too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, 8:00.
I will join you. Absolutely will.
I'm not ready to start on my channel.
When are you going to be ready? You've got stuff. I know you do.
No, I don't.
Well, you've got what is it? You know, there's drawing that you
Nope.
do, and
Nope.
no,
Nope.
well,
It's going to be a long time
for what?
before you see anything on my channel again.
Okay, well, that really stinks, but okay. Like
Well,
you,
actually,
you
I need to make a quick video because I got little umbrella a couple of weeks ago, and I keep forgetting to make a little video for that.
Oh yeah, you got that? When did that come in?
I've had it for about 3 weeks.
You're kidding me. Damn. Oh, you know what? I think that's one of the ones that I changed the address in time so that it should go to my PO box.
Mhm.
So
I know I've had it for at least 2 weeks, maybe 3.
I rarely ever go there. So to my PO box.
Yeah.
Just simply because, I don't get a lot of stuff, but
My videos, I have to learn how to edit. For what I'm going to start doing, I have to learn how to edit. Which
okay.
means I have to learn how to use Premiere. That's what I have.
Okay.
I don't have some simple little thing. I have to learn how to use Premiere.
Is Premiere the Adobe thing? Okay.
It ain't easy either. I've been in there like, what the, and just completely, what's this element? Wait, how do I get this element? Wait, I can't just start.
Well, that stinks.
It's not easy.
Well, see, I have with the Mac, I have the iMovie, and that is like super easy.
Yeah. It's like a better version of like Windows Movie Maker. It's super simple.
Yep.
Honestly, something like the old Windows Movie Maker would actually be good enough to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Something that simple would be kind of good enough.
Oh, Evan says, I still hate it. I still don't think he's realized what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Uh-oh, why is this popping up? What's up, Mr. Dillard?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How you doing, man?
What's up, queer?
Oh, not too much.
You're not supposed to answer.
Oh, well. But hold on a second, let's see. I still hate it unless this is OBS. Oh, shut up. Blue Samurai Zero says, I mixed something up when Andrew said that his son was coloring the old books. That was long ago. No, I hate to say it, but my son doesn't have an artistic bone in his body. He's probably the first one that'll admit it.
Does he want one?
No. Why?
Does he? That's so gross, Dillard. Oh, God. Dillard, why?
Yeah, Dillard, that wasn't right. That was wrong. So, oh well. And then let's see. Our plural, life singular. Our life is Andrew in a second marriage with Avery. If Avery, to be honest with you, if Avery was into it, he would not be my first choice. So
I could do it.
Yeah, he could probably do way better.
Or so I've been told.
Yeah. Told by his mama, which means, yeah.
No, told by...
What are you talking about?
Told by gay dudes.
Those gay dudes.
Yeah, this whole channel, this whole stream has gone into a weird realm.
It's Comicsgate. We're all internet gay.
Yeah, Evan says he can feel the duck's presence, even though
he can feel the duck.
Yes, even though the duck is no longer there.
Duck. I've heard it called a cock before, but I've never heard it called a duck.
He's talking about the up here in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. where it says Misfit Corner Comics instead of StreamYards.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Oh.
hoping he'd notice
Oh,
that.
you paid to get rid of the watermark?
I did pay to get rid of the watermark.
you paid.
I did. I paid. Yes, I did. And I'm very happy to be doing it, especially since I'm going to be going to daily live streams.
Oh my God!
So I need to make sure I brand myself a little bit better.
Oh.
So starting tomorrow.
Yeah, speaking of brand, I need some more brand in my diet.
Speaking of brand, where's my book?
That's
You know, I was going to say that, but I decided not to. Evan says Andrew is being extorted. I don't think so. I think I'm okay.
I would be super upset if I backed that book.
I did back that book.
Are you super upset?
Not really.
Why would you be super upset?
No.
Oh, because that guy took off with my money like 2 years ago, and then he's like still hanging around like nothing's wrong.
I thought he had started fulfilling.
Oh, is that what's happening these days?
Well, he has the books.
So is he like apologizing and like this is like his comeback thing, like Critias?
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention.
Well, Critias like doesn't have the money to make the books. He spent it. Antonio has the books.
Yeah, but he never fulfilled. But he has them now, apparently.
Yeah, he has them now. Yeah, he's had them. He's in the process of fulfilling. I think some people have started getting them. I'm not sure. I'm not keeping too close a tabs on it. But they're getting shipped.
Dillard, don't you know you get it when you get it, okay? Wait, did you even back it?
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Why would I back a comic book? That's like smoking weed if you sell weed.
I have no idea what that's like, so I'm going to have to take your word for it.
Dillard knows. Dillard doesn't get high on his own supply.
Oh, so at work today, they wanted to do something since everybody's working from home. They wanted with the managers and the senior management. They wanted to do something kind of like just a little get together. Everybody get together and say hi.
Oh yeah.
So they started a Zoom meeting.
Everybody get together 6 feet apart.
Well, no, everybody's in their homes. You know, we're nowhere near each other. But
Oh, they're trying to boost morale at your work.
So yeah, so we did this. We did it. It was like a social where we were social distancing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And you know what's so sad? This is not going to surprise either of you, especially not Avery. But we got on this call at 3:30, and I'm entering in the meeting and so forth, getting ready to go. And I'm the only one still working. Everybody else is sitting on their front porch with their dogs and popping open Coronas and having a beer. I'm still working.
Everybody loves popping a Corona.
It was only 3:30. You know, I still had a lot of work to do.
Oh, of course.
But it was fun. Oh, and they did a little thing. Avery might get a kick out of this, where they asked. They had a list of personal questions, like you reveal something about yourself, and because we had a small group, it was only 8 or 9 of us. And there were 25 questions. My boss just said, "Hey, all right, everybody pick a number, and then that's the question we'll ask you." And I picked number 2, and the question was, do you have an infatuation of any type with a comic book or cartoon character? And I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect for me. And I got to show off some of my Batgirl original art and talk about,
oh God,
how she's my favorite character.
You didn't. Not
I
with
did.
normies?
Yeah, but that's all right. These people know me.
Oh my God, you idiot.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time.
Oh God. Now you're that guy at work. Oh.
Avery, I've always been that guy. What are you talking
As
about?
opposed to the cool guy everybody thought he was.
Yeah. True. Never mind.
I'm
Carry on.
I'm the only guy sitting there still working,
Yeah. Carry on. Carry on, nerd.
Yes. So, but it was fun. We had a good time, and the boss actually concluded the meeting early, so it was just
Sure. Yeah. it's work related, doing spreadsheets. I had a great time.
Well,
Oh, you're horrible.
I
How?
did.
So I never seen this character before. Who's this character?
The one I'm drawing here,
Oh, good lord. No, the other one.
he's a new character I'm working on. His name's Victor.
Yeah.
He's part of a side project I'm working on.
Another
Yeah.
side project. Huh?
Breeze.
Well, it's all side projects of furries, yes. But I actually rearranged my entire working area, and actually I'll show you in just a second. But now I'm done with this drawing. Let me switch cameras.
What kind of a knot in a bow tie? Not a bow tie, a regular tie. What kind of a knot would a news person use?
Other than a bow tie? I have no idea. So what are you working on?
This is the very last page of the buckler.
Yeah, not furries, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
So
Very
control
cool.
yourself. Dillard's
Down here,
sane.
100% sane. Oh
Oh,
my
what
god!
what about one of those bolo ties, you know? One that has like some type of like symbol or something, and then it's just a rope.
Oh, I don't like that. He's not even Indian.
You don't have to be Indian to have a bolo tie, do you?
You have to be an Indian to have a bolo tie and not be super cringe.
No.
Or
It's
like a
called-
Texas, or like,
Yeah, you got to wear an
Oil
all-white
tycoon.
suit with a cowboy hat.
yeah, you got to be like a Texas oil tycoon.
You got to be Boss Hog.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. All right.
This is Todd Harrington. Todd Harrington, he saw what happened. He's like, son of a bitch, Buckler, what have you done?
And he's like, I did it.
But as you can see behind me now, you have my fan, of course, and my shelf of steelbook cases, and then that is it's the window into the kitchen, which I put up a curtain so that you guys, you not have to focus on our kitchen.
Yeah.
But I moved the whole thing around so that I have a little bit more area. But I have my regular day computer here, and then my work computer and monitors over here, so that I have like a little. So I can do multiple things at one time. Even though today I spent the entire day doing work and didn't get a chance to do any of my fun work. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna make it?
I'm gonna be able to make it.
Okay.
Evan says he's referring to StreamYard. He says, like a mobster waiting for to collect that monthly protection money. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says Andrew is being extorted. It's all right. Well, hey, we're going to give it a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. He says, I'd be super upset if paid to keep a duck away from my business. I don't have a new, other than Hero and Crom, a new, not sidekick, a new mascot. Could use a duck. All right, now he's asking about, you hear about the Zoom hacks? And then he shows a link to something on Google. I don't know anything.
Oh, I've gotten some weird things from Zoom, like, hey, join me on Zoom. And I'm like, I have no idea who this is. I ain't clicking it.
Oh, that's sad. All right. Hey, guys. Are you ready for a peep show?
I'm ready to go home. Just leave.
Before you do that, can I
I'm just
share
kidding. I'm
quick
not going to
story?
do it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, yeah? You got a story?
Yeah, I went today. I was gonna go deliver my mom some groceries, right? I was gonna go pick her up, and we were gonna go and get groceries for her. But she called me up, said, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm going out to eat with my neighbor, whatever. I don't know, whatever." So on my way home, I passed by the Big Five. So I go in there. I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up some ammo. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
People getting stupid around here. Pick up some ammo, and I go inside, and the lady gets my ammo and puts it on the thing, and he says, "Is this what you want?" I said, "Yes." And she's like, "Okay, are you aware of the new background checks?" And I said, "Oh, no, I don't. So please tell me. So apparently, and this it took effect in July of last year. I haven't bought ammo in a while. This is apparently July of last year. There's a new law that every time you want to buy ammo in California, if you haven't purchased a firearm recently, like we said, since 2014, you need to pay $20 or $19 for a background check every time you want to buy ammo. Then, once the background check comes back 30 days later, you can come in and purchase your ammo.
Oh my God. You have to do that every time you buy something?
Every time you want to buy a tiny box of like 50 22s? It's gonna
Now,
cost
what if you
$20.
bought like a U-Haul full of stuff? Would you only have to make one payment?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So how much is? What if I buy a gun right now, right? If I buy a gun, then that rule doesn't apply, because then it's the initial, putting your information on record in California. So if I buy a gun, I'd only have to pay a $1 instant background check, which takes up to 3 minutes. Say, okay, if you want to buy a gun, this is what you do. Right here, there's a website that you go to. You pick one, you bring that in, say, this is the one I want. You pay the money for the gun.
Right.
Then the gun gets shipped to the store. This does not start your 2-week cool-off period we have in California. So once the gun gets to the store, then you come in and you say, okay, this is the gun I want. They fill out the paperwork for the background check. Then it gets sent off for your 2-week cool-off period. Also, it used to be in congruence with all these new laws. There's also another law that before in California, you had to have a handgun safety certificate if you wanted to get a handgun. Didn't apply to long guns. Now that applies to any firearm. You have to go in and take a test to show that you're not going to shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah, it's time to leave California.
I'm thinking of, yeah.
What kind of
Hey.
regulations, new regulations do they have here in Florida, Avery? Anything crazy like that?
No.
Okay.
There is a 3-day waiting period on handguns in Florida, but once you have a concealed carry permit, that no longer applies. You can walk in, walk out with anything you want, except for Class 3 firearms. And Class 3 means suppressors,
That's crazy, Dillard.
machine
crazy.
guns.
So I
shotguns.
left that store and I had that feeling, you know that feeling you get when you just hear about laws and you're just like hot in the back of your neck. You know what I mean? You want to punch something.
Mhm.
It just ruined my whole day, dude.
Yeah. It's time to leave California. Come to Florida. It's more better here. You can get a permit. You can carry.
Yeah, and the best part about coming from California to Florida, you go through Texas, where when you get to their border, they hand you ammunition as a welcome to the state. Right? Isn't that true? Isn't that what they do in
No,
Texas?
no.
Okay. Hey, Todd, how's it going, man?
What's up, guys?
Hey, we're now going to shift the focus back to comics again, because that's what this show's about: is comics and drawing and
I
comics.
thought this show was about diabetic people eating shit.
We haven't gotten there yet.
And a lot of truth there.
But Todd, I just made an announcement earlier in the show that we're going to
You're
go.
gay.
He just walks in the door and starts kicking you.
We're going to daily live streams
Why?
because there's too much stuff going on in the world that we need to do more live streams.
So you're going to talk about other things other than what we already talk about?
Yeah, guns and news and stuff like that. So
That's cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Oh man, AK Operators Union, their channel got like 21 videos deleted or something like that. YouTube deleted like 20 something of their videos.
see if there's a news article about that. Maybe we'd cover it, but I don't know anything about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, guys, hey, guess what? I've got a stack of issues here that I wanted to show you all. And
You were very disrespectful to
Wait,
to
how many of them
right
are
now.
new? I'm just kidding.
none of them are new. They're new to you, new to me, but I actually only have 2 stacks left since the comic book stores here in town have all had to shut down. So this will actually be kind of quick. But this is a stack of comics that I picked up this week, one of 2 stacks, and I'm going to share them with you now. And hopefully by the end of the month, Misfit Corner Comics, the store, will be back open again, and I'll be able to sell these. So in the meantime, let's take a look. If any of you all want to drop, you're more than welcome to, because I know this is always your favorite part of the episode. Of
I
the
like
show.
looking at comics. I'm cool with that.
Cool. Well, this is a rebirth issue of Hellblazer, issue number 9. A lot of these have been popping up lately, and I'm going to see if I can try to put together a bundle set. So if anybody out there is a fan of John Constantine, this might be interesting to you. This one, I like the cover because it's a Doc Shaner. This is Hanna-Barbera's Future Quest number 8. But the interior art is that painted art of, what's his name? I'm going to say his name wrong. Todd, you can help me here. You know who I'm talking about. It's Olivetti.
Oh, yeah, Olivetti.
What is his first name? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's the credit page.
Aaron?
Ariel. Yeah. I've never been
I used to really like Doc Shaner's art, and then he said some dumb shit on Twitter, and now I can't enjoy his stuff.
Oh,
he did. I tweeted at him like when he started doing this, and when I was still on Twitter, I like tweeted at him and was like, "Wow, man, you just lost a fan," and he shut up. But still, like,
that's too bad.
Yeah, he's a clown.
We have a Sandman Universe Book of Magic issue with Tom Fowler art, which I really like Tom Fowler stuff. This one's fun. Got a later issue of Paper Girls. This is number 21. I know the series is either still going or it's just getting ready to wrap up. But this is one that potentially could become like a TV show or something. So people will probably be looking for it eventually.
I believe it wrapped up, and I believe it got optioned for a TV show.
See, there you go. See, Monsters Unleashed number 3.
That guy. So that guy is awesome. The artist.
Which one?
On that?
David Baldione.
No, never mind. I was thinking of Wando.
Oh no, Wando never did Monsters Unleashed.
Did he do monsters? He did some kind of monsters thing.
I think he did, but not for Marvel. I don't think.
No, it was a Marvel book. I've got the pages for it. I've got the black and white.
Fascinating.
I had to reset my stupid router.
I got Fight Club number 3 by Chuck Palahniuk. I was getting there. I was going to say it right. And Cameron Stewart.
Too gross.
Oh, open it up. Like Cameron Stewart is actually really talented.
I like his stuff too, but
I'm not. Again, he's a little nuts, but his artwork, he's genuine. He's a genuine talented storyteller. He's really good. Yeah, that looks really good, dude.
The thing I think is funny about Cameron Stewart is he had a webcomic that he was doing.
Yep.
And he got nominated for an Eisner, won the Eisner, and then shut down the comic. He's like, okay, I'm done.
Well, he finished the book. I mean, the book got printed.
Yeah, I know, but it got all this press for winning the Eisner, and then he just said, okay, it's done.
Well, it did its job.
Whatever. But Star Wars Legacy number 41, Mandalorian Mayhem. So, this is cool. It's got Mandalorian stuff in it.
Do you have Cock and Balls number 3?
No. Uncanny X-Men number 342.
That's a great issue.
This is Joe Madura.
See, that is actually I always thought that this was the best paper stock.
It's very much like newsprint, but it's a little bit better.
A little better than newsprint, but not glossy. That was actually my favorite era of print. It still felt like a comic book. The colors, I mean, I was never a fan of the super gradients, but it held a lot of color.
Yeah.
And
this was 1997 too.
Yeah, so. But it still looked and felt like a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got a random Punisher issue. This is one with Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, issue number 20 of the Marvel Knights series, which I think Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon on the Punisher was actually pretty good. Got a random issue of Fantastic Four, issue number 10. I got another. This one's actually funny. This is Marvel Knights Punisher with Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon, and they even list Jimmy Palmiotti on the cover. Wonder what strings he had to pull in order to get his name on the cover. I think maybe it's the fact he knows Joe Quesada at the time.
Just one.
Yeah. This is one I thought actually looked pretty cool. This is Booster Gold number 2 from 1986. Now, I collected the Booster Gold line that was in like early 90s.
The Marvel Water stuff?
No. That was the Dan Jurgens. This one it looked like a really nice looking copy, and yeah. So this is I already said 86,
86, yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't collecting it back then, but
no.
it's actually not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Here's the sideways issue of Spider-Man. This is the
By Todd.
Todd McFarlane's last issue number 16. Always a good seller in the store.
That was his last issue.
Yep. We got Uncanny X-Force number 21. This is Rick Remender, and I know I'm going to say his name wrong. Greg Toshini. Is that right? It's not that great. This is the guy that does the art for Low.
I don't know. It's pencils down now. Who cares?
Yeah. He does the art for Low from Image Comics, which I think is actually fantastic. But this one's not that great.
They're a good art.
Todd, do you remember this era? This is Marvel Knights. This is when Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti brought back, and it was Kevin Smith brought back Daredevil, and they did a Punisher story where he was possessed by a demon. So it was like a spiritual thing. But I completely forgot that the art was by Bernie Wrightson.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember that at all.
Hey, are you guys excited for Joe Quesada's live stream coming up? Huh? He's at home. He's going to start live streaming.
Oh, that's great. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 519. This is from the Straczynski era.
I can't.
Is that David Lynch? David Lynch. Is that Finch?
No, it's Mike Deodato Jr.
Oh,
okay.
That idiot.
I don't know why I have this. Yeah.
Can't do it.
What a
We got 2 issues of The Punisher. Actually, I don't know. I was going to say these were of the same line, but I don't think they are.
No.
This is issue 7 with Rick Remender.
Oh,
That guy Huot is actually
Issue
really
6.
good. Open up the one with Huot. That guy's a good artist, if I remember correctly.
yeah, the one with the Hua.
Isn't he the guy that ended up doing
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
DC Doom Patrol?
I think so, yeah. I think that's where he started. And this is Greg Rucka, but it's not. I thought it was going to be Michael Clark, but it's not. I don't know who this guy is on this art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lark.
Another issue of the Superman Man of Steel, John Byrne. This is number 4. I think this was actually the last one I need to complete my set, so that's cool. I got a random issue of Invincible, number 111. I found another copy of the Grant Morrison, Howard Porter JLA, issue number 1, which, by the way, I would love it if they reprinted this first storyline in like a large oversized edition, because Howard Porter's work on this book was freaking awesome. This is a highly recommended one from me to you. Got an older Detective Comics. This is 632.
That is one of my all-time favorite covers, man. That run of Detective, every cover to me is just like classic.
And it's, what's so funny is you look at the cover and it's very artsy, but it's cool. But inside it's Jim Aparo, which now I
cover
so much more respect for the.
Oh, it's Pratt.
Really?
Yeah,
it's George Pratt.
George Pratt.
Yeah, George Pratt did a run of those covers.
Yeah.
Very cool. JLA. This is Just League of America. This is the Brian Hitch series, where he did the interior art as well as the writing. So very cool. Issue number 4. Now I saw this and I immediately grabbed it. There was a time in Marvel where they relaunched a whole bunch of. They're relaunching titles all the time, but this was this was the time where they were doing like the new Ghost Rider with eventually Texiera was on it. Mark Spector Moon Knight was also in there, and this has got Sal Velluto art, which
Sal Velluto was always like on the verge of being really good to me. Like he never hit. But he wasn't half bad, man.
Yeah, no. I liked his work on Bloodshot. Yeah, Dillard ran away. That's okay. Here's a couple old issues of Avengers. This is issue 330, Paul Ryan. 290 with let's see, John Buscema. Oh wow, look at that cover. The World According to Adaptroid. Very cool. I got a issue of Rebirth Action Comics number 971. Here's a cool one. This is Detective Comics 633. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Michael Golden cover.
It is, yes.
Yep, and the
Good
interior
run of detective covers.
and the interior is by Tom Mandrake. But this is like 90s Michael Golden. You know,
Yeah.
there you could see there's like you look at a cover like this and there's like a story being told on the cover. You know, it's just so cool. And hopefully, if the other issue I saw that I have, which emphasizes that more. Oh yeah, here, let's just pull this out. 630.
Yes.
Another Michael Golden cover. Look at that. I mean, there's something happening in this cover. You see, like the stairs, and Batman's like flying down through the middle of the staircase thing. You got some guys like freaking out. I mean, I'm almost positive sure this has nothing to do with the interior story, but that cover
It doesn't matter. It's
fantastic.
so good.
Yeah, the colors work. I mean, just the whole cover works together very well. That's awesome. I got Avengers 291. Let's party! I found another issue of the Elektra Root of Evil. This is issue number 3 with Scott McDaniel on art.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
miss
think
Scott Daniel in mainstream comics, man.
Yeah, I don't remember this series at all, so this is kind of cool to check it out. Here's another
Pratt.
another Pratt cover. 635.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
very cool.
awesome.
I got a random Battle of the Planets, issue number 4 from Top Cow.
That wasn't a bad series.
No. This one, this
Oh.
is Norman Brayfogle on cover. This is 639, but I don't know. No, Jim Aparo did the interior. So
Go back.
Brayfogle.
Go back to that cover, man. See, at this point, I was actually buying Detective. I was literally buying it for the covers because I like. I was never really. I'm like you, Andrew. Like I wasn't really into Jim Aparo until like now, where I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that guy was a genius. He was so natural. Bro, you got yourself a Goran Parlov.
Oh yeah, Garth Ennis and Gorlan Parloff, Punisher. I think this is the one that has a really. That's what the Punisher looks like to me.
Yeah, me too.
He's just huge, freaking huge.
And dark.
Yeah, anybody that draws him less than that is giving you less of the Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right, this is an issue of Runaways, number 1, one of the relaunches. This is the Venomized Villains cover.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Avengers 289.
Emma, right?
This, I believe, is also Buscema, John Buscema.
Look at that, dude. So good. Oh man, look at that. Oh man.
Yep, awesome. Got a early issue of Batman and the Outsiders, issue number 6 from 1984. The Coming of the Chronic Man. Okay. Cryonic, yeah, there you go. Exactly what I said. Superman 26 from the Rebirth era with John Kent right there in the cover. Very nice. An Avengers West Coast, issue number 49. This is from the John Byrne era, which, by the way, fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking for these because I'm trying to complete like a set of all the John Byrne issues. So
Yeah, you do that, I'll probably buy it from you.
yeah, we'll see if they're still here by the time you get here.
Well, you know,
I've got a stack of 4 Todd comics. Don't worry.
I know.
And last but not least, we got another John Buscema Avengers number 287.
That's the other thing. I've got a whole stack at the house of John Buscema. Look at that. I've got a whole stack of John Buscema Avengers books. I'm trying to catch them all because I think that's my favorite. Like John Buscema's favorite run was his Silver Surfer run.
Oh yeah,
But for me, it was his Avengers run.
that's cool. Well, needless to say, all these comics are going to get bagged and boarded and taken to the store eventually. I don't know when we're going to reopen. As of right now, all businesses, non-essential businesses here in Florida or Jacksonville, I'm pretty sure it's statewide, are shut down till the 30th of April. So, which really sucks because I had planned on having a big sale and everything got turned to crap. But
Oh wow!
yeah, I know.
I just got off of a live a Zoom call with like a bunch of friends in New York City. and
Yeah,
they're going through a dystopian nightmare. I mean, they're fine because of things, but it's a dystopian nightmare.
yeah. All right, so I want to share something with you guys.
If you whip out your cock, I'm leaving.
Nah, we're not going to do that. All right, just a second. I got to see what I'm doing here. There was a serious issue that happened. I don't know. Did this happen today or yesterday?
That's how serious it is. Andrew doesn't even remember the day.
Okay. Well, I'm going to share with you. Some of you may know what's going on. Some of you may have seen what was happening, but it started with a comment on Twitter from Larry Hama. He was talking about Comicsgate and probably one of our most vocal, quote unquote, leaders in Comicsgate, voices in Comicsgate, decided to respond to him, and it went a little far with somebody else. A third party jumped in, and it got bad. And it started with Larry Hama putting out this post that says, in talking about Comicsgate, it says, it's a group of comic book pros who are reviving waning careers by pandering to misogynists, racists, and homophobes. Okay. They have a hit list of creators they consider libtard SJWs. I don't know if we have an actual list, but we do, consider you libtard SJWs.
No, we don't. We don't even use those words.
That's true.
SJWs.
Pretty much everybody I admire in the business is on that list, so I'm rather proud of my inclusion. And
by the way, Andrew, I'd like to commend you on actually getting through that tweet or that whatever message and actually I can't even say it. Pronunciating every word clearly.
Thank you. I'm trying. I really am. So I almost said Evan. Ethan Van Sciver responded, said, I've got bad news for you, Larry Hama. If there were a list, which there isn't, you wouldn't be on it. We love you. Richard C. Meyer, who is your boy Zach, Diversity in Comics, Comics Matter with your boy Zach, for those of you who don't know who that is. Richard C. Meyer especially admires you and cites your comic as the reason he chose to enlist and serve his country. Your G.I. Joe comics and their lessons in loyalty inspired us all to stand up for each other as your friends tried to exert pressure on us to betray what we knew was right. We stood behind Richard C. Meyer in his lawsuit against Mark Waid because of your G.I. Joe comics, and we have stood together in solidarity in not giving Kickstarter our business because of their persecution of conservatives and political discrimination. You taught us what it means to be a real American heroes. You inspired Comicsgate.
Wow, what a oh my God, what a brilliant jab.
Yeah.
I bet. Wait, now because I haven't seen this, and I'm guessing Larry Hama went ape shit.
No, actually he did not. Larry Hama, to his credit, kind of just ignored it, maybe. Good. But other people,
Ethan's 100% right, and I think it's interesting. I mean, it's true.
Yeah, well,
then there's the Bleeding Cool article.
Yes. Well, no, this was no, I didn't go to Bleeding Cool for this. This was
I know what sparks the next thing.
Yeah. Well, the next thing was a retailer who decided to lash out at Ethan,
of course,
for his comments. A guy named Mike Wellman, who owns a shop in California. I forget, the Atomic Comics or something. And he posted or replied to Ethan with, I can't wait to see you at a show, Ethan, and beat the living F out of you.
Real smart human being to put that in a public forum.
Oh, no. It gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, way worse. Like everybody's tweeting at the FBI worse.
Yeah. He says, I am literally going to beat your ass.
Mike Woman was drunk because his store is closed.
Yeah.
All right. Shut up and listen. Okay. Todd, this is really, you need to hear this because this gets crazy. He says, I am literally going to beat your ass. How dare you insult legends like Larry Hama as well as our industry itself? F you. I am a libtard with fists. You're going to feel them the next time we are at a convention together. I'm going to beat the living F out of you in front of everybody. Now, just a reminder, this was all still done on a public space like Twitter. So everybody saw what was going on. And this, which is insane to me. He says, you're such a little cowardy biatch, Ethan Van Scriver.
Let's fight.
Let's fight. let me feed you a fist sandwich, you little biatch.
This guy's just drunk, dude.
I don't know, but needless to say,
I mean, he shouldn't say it. He should be arrested. Like, this is some threatening, you know.
Well, needless to say, it didn't stop there. He sent a direct message to Ethan saying, give me your home address and give the police an actual reason to be concerned, because I will come to your house and blow your effing face off your skull. That is a fact.
Wow. Somebody's burning.
Somebody's mentally ill. You know, I'm not a professional, but, you know, and then turns out this guy was direct DMing Ethan the entire time, and Ethan needed to show people what he was saying, and I've got the screenshots. So if you haven't already read these, I'm going to share these with you. So this guy, Mike Wellman, he reaches out to him on Facebook. He says, I'm coming to beat your ass, son. Why not make it a feature at an upcoming comic convention? Could be fun. I'm going to beat your ass either way, but let's let people have an opportunity to enjoy me beating your ass in public, right? And then Ethan, I'm not sure. I know for a fact Avery would not respond the way Ethan did. Yeah. I'm not sure even I would respond the way Ethan did, which was actually calm and very concerned. And he says, bro, there isn't going to be any more conventions. You're going to have to wake up. And then this is where he starts threatening to come to his house. Let me grab the other screenshot.
And Ethan posted these?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
These have been all over the
live
place.
Stream about it. Like, it's public knowledge. This guy threatened his life, threatened to come to his house.
Yeah. He says,
this guy's insane.
He says, I'll just come find your home then. What's your address? Put your big boy pants on and tell me where you live. And then Ethan says, Mike, do you have family? And he says, tell me where you live so I can drive right up to your house and home deliver your ass whipping you deserve. And Ethan says, take care of your family during this hard time. Because Ethan's like, dude, I'm stepping away from this. This guy's insane. He knows
He's also poking the bear. He also isn't like not responding.
He's kind of responding the way I probably would if I had a level head. If I had a level head, I'd be poking the bear too. But this guy goes totally off the rails. He says, it doesn't matter if I have a family or not. Did you vote for Trump?
Wow.
You are deflecting. And it's like, where did that come from? You know, I mean, I understand these people are sick. And this guy, I'm not a medical professional, sounds like he is thoroughly sick in the head.
Yeah.
Broken. He's got a problem. Broken is very much a true statement. He says, it does matter. Your family needs you. You know, it's kind of his way of saying, hey, listen, you need to shut up now because the cops are going to be at your door. If you have a family, they're going to need you to be, strong and not be in jail. So stop what you're saying, dumbass. It's kind of what he was saying. And then this Mike Wellman comes back. Why are you so suddenly compassionate? It's a little too late, don't you think? And Ethan says, I'm compassionate because I can tell you're ill and I love retailers. And then he comes back and says, do you have any regrets at all for being a Trump voter? Once again, what does that have to do with anything? You know, that's how sick this person is.
It's also a threat. It's like, if you don't regret voting for whoever you chose to vote for, you've done something wrong. And this is kind of the problem with certain areas of belief.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if you wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders. You could. There's plenty of people that would have the exact same reaction, but you know what? That's okay. Guess what? We still live in you still live in a free country, and you can vote for whoever the fuck you want.
Yep. And he goes
That's
on.
why we have elections. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of look. I come from New York. A lot of people support AOC, and I have the same reaction. But what do I know? That's none of my business.
Yep. Well, Ethan comes back and says, Comicsgate doesn't talk politics. We talk about selling comics. Politics kills sales. And then this Mike guy says, Comicsgate means something. I'm not into it. But is Comicsgate on the side of Trump? I can't align with that.
God, he's so stupid.
This is a guy who obviously has never watched any live stream with any Comicsgate professional or person. Never. Because nobody talks about Trump as much as this guy talked about Trump in just this conversation, which is crazy. He says, anyone can be Comicsgate. We don't ask your political affiliation. It's about customers, hot dog salesmen, vendors, talking about, whoops, I got to switch to the other screen. This is the last one. Hot dog salesmen, vendors, talking about diverse issue drives away customers. I'm going to leave it there, brother. There isn't going to be a fight. Take care of yourself and your family and get better. And
you said diverse. You meant to say divisive.
Oh, I screwed up. I messed up a word.
Oh God.
Ah, my whole thing's blown up,
You
man.
are just Andrew.
And here's where it ends, and this is really, really sad. The guy says, answer me one question. And Ethan says, what's your question? He says, are you a supporter of Donald Trump? This guy has got one thing on his mind, and it's obvious.
He has Trump derangement syndrome.
He needs help. This is somebody who needs somebody, and I think it's already been done. Somebody out there is reaching out to try to get this guy some help, because this is insanity. To make threats like this on a public forum, to private message the person and say, I'm coming to your house, give me your address. This is just insane.
Look at his answer. Ethan is right and says, my political opinions are none of your business, which is true for everyone.
Yeah.
For everyone. And this guy is like, oh, they are my business, actually.
Yeah. He says, the president isn't the source of any of your problems, and my political opinions are none of your business. And then he responds, they are actually. Your answer answered itself. Goodbye.
All right, well, goodbye, jerk off.
Guys, that's insane. And this all happened. I'm not sure if it happened today or if it just happened recently enough to where this is what they're talking about. This is what's in the comic news right now. But totally crazy. This is, I hate to say it, but even though this is drama, this is politics, this is Comicsgate drama, it's the stuff I don't like to do. I don't like to focus on. This is something that needs to be covered, because we're at a tipping point. And with all the people being locked in at home or having to stay at home, having businesses shut down, the crazies are coming out. I mean, to be honest with you, when Trump got elected and became the president, the crazies came out.
Let me tell you this,
causing them to come out even more.
Let me tell you this honestly, and this is 100% truth. At least this is my truth, I guess you could say. Like, it's stuff like this guy and all the other stuff that's going on that has gone on against independent creators that decided to do Indiegogo that might have happened to vote for somebody that somebody else didn't like. The level of mental illness and the fact that it's not just like, oh, you voted for this guy, you're a dick. It's like, I want to kill you. There's so much mental illness that is what stopped me from going out, and that has been the biggest factor in me not being a comic pro. And you know that because you know my history and you know that I've worked at these companies. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
and
you also live in a hotbed of insanity.
But I'm saying, and you as someone, like, most of the time someone will say like, oh, well, that's why I didn't do it. And it's like, well, okay, that might be a reason, but you never were there, so it's different. But like I know these people, I've worked with these people.
Yeah.
I've been there and I've done that. And it's the reason why I didn't pull the trigger and go even further with it. Like in terms of being, pull the trigger on my career, because I was like, these people are crazy. And like, I if there's anything in my own,
they can walk down the street and get to you.
Well, if there's anything in my personal life that I in my personal being that I've ever defended, it's that I really do not like other people having the ability to control what I can and cannot do, or can and cannot say. And I've been that way my whole life. And I would gravitated towards comics because it was a medium where I could say what I wanted to say and draw what I wanted to draw. If I wanted to make a blockbuster movie, I didn't have to have a $100 million budget. All I had to have is a pencil and a piece of paper and a cool idea and some friends that would be like supportive. Right. And what's happened now is that you can't do anything. If you draw a character and the main character's butt looks too nice, you're a sexist or a bigot or this or that. And it's like it takes balls of steel to be able to do that and go into it and say, yeah, I know I'm going to get hit and I'm going to take it because I really want to do this, and I don't care what you think. That's a hard position to take, especially since no payout. You're getting hit almost. It's like jumping into it's like saying I want to be a boxer and get my ass beat every day for no pay. And there's not a lot of people that want to jump into a ring without getting paid and get their ass whooped as a it's like being a fluffer and not getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Why do you think I draw furries? I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think
but it really is stuff like this where like I'm somebody that and again, I'm just speaking for myself here, but like I'm someone that understands marketing, understands sales, is at a professional level artistically, as we all are, I think. And I'm still choosing to be tiptoeing around because I also understand in marketing the reason that guys like ya boy and the reason that Ethan have hit a nerve is because the number one rule of marketing is to be between the crazy zone and the mainstream. It's called the prolific zone. And the prolific zone, once you're in the prolific zone, you get hate because you're planting your flag, you're taking a position, and you're throwing rocks at your enemies. And that is a core marketing tactic. And I think those guys did it out of the sheer gut instinct. And they hit a nerve. Yeah. But look, I mean, you're like, man, these guys are making $500,000 on a campaign and $1 million here and $250,000. Yeah, they're also having their lives threatened every single day. They're getting legitimate death threats. And these aren't like people reading, I don't know, Daily Beast or some shit. Like these are people who genuinely have mental problems and could genuinely do something harmful. We've been to conventions our entire lives. We know we've seen some people there. They're kind of like, I don't know if I want them around my kids.
What's that old expression? If they're not trying to kill you, you're not doing it right or something along that line.
I don't think that's how that goes.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get it right, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple things. There's a famous one that says, if you haven't generated hate mail by noon every day, you're not marketing correctly. That's from marketing one. And then there's another one that says the counter to that is that if you really believe that you have something that can change perspectives and that can genuinely help people, you have a moral obligation to put it out there, which is a really nice way of saying of keeping something nice close to your heart to get beyond the hate that you're going to get. But even those guys don't get death threats. I mean, maybe some of them do, but not like this. Like the comic industry is incredible. It really is. It really is filled full of like wannabe like homegrown terrorists or something. Like these people are nuts.
Is there an industry out there right now where it's safe to be a independent creator and to speak your mind? And if you don't agree with the world, it's okay. It's a safe place. There isn't one of those out there. There isn't.
Comics is the most independent art form there is, man. There isn't really any other. Like you look at fine art. I mean, fine art, you have to be supported by a system. Comics, you just have to be able to find a printer and print the damn thing. Like it's the most basic, cheap way to get a vision out. Period. There's nothing easier. Yeah. But it's also. I mean, other than like making some stickers or something, but stickers don't tell stories. Stickers don't change. I mean, So I guess some stickers could change mine. You could
Comics is a medium where you can share your vision by just going to Kinko's.
Yeah,
You know, it's that simple.
it's
you know?
that simple.
People can fold and staple and make copies, and you can
That's right.
share.
You
It
can
is-
change.
yeah.
You literally can change American culture by drawing on some paper, folding it, stapling it together, and getting enough attraction and traction to change people's perspectives. And that there is nothing else that can do that. There's nothing else, and that is a pure American creation, and it's American. It's the core of American mythology, so it must be destroyed. And they've done an amazing job of destroying it, man.
Kodiak agrees with you. He says, "Right on, Todd. Exactly."
Right on, Code.
Yeah.
He's
Where
having
are you?
he's having issues. He's got all the kids at home, homeschooling, and his schedule is just totally backwards.
Oh.
So hopefully he'll try to hook up with us at a later time. But hey,
It sounds good,
I want
Cody.
to switch subjects really quick. Quick.
Hold on. I'm just saying two things, and then I
All
can
right.
get off the damn soapbox.
Okay.
One, it sounds good because I'm drinking whiskey,
Oh.
and two, Andrew, I must compliment you. Your background looks fantastic.
What?
Your background,
Oh, you mean in the image?
yes.
Oh yeah.
It's cleaned up. It's organized. It looks great. I want to give you a compliment.
You missed the whole story. I rearranged my entire work area so that I have my work.
It doesn't look like a hobo squatted there.
It doesn't look. That's true. It doesn't look like you're living outside of a San Francisco, what used to be a San Francisco comic shop.
You know what's so funny is all I did was shifted my desk 90 degrees because that's the kitchen and that's my bookshelf with steel books. Originally, this was on the side where the back, nothing's changed other than I shifted my desk slightly.
It looks a lot better. It looks more professional.
Well,
And I just wanted to compliment you.
The reason I have to tell you, the reason why we put up the curtain is because I knew I had that video conference call with my boss and my coworkers today, and if I turned on the camera, I didn't want them to see, my bookcases all.
Is that why you turned everything around and made it look all nice? Not for your own fucking show.
No, well, no. All right, so do either of you follow James Heron?
I don't know who that is.
I know who James Heron is. but
Rumble. He's doing that the new book from Wonder Woman for DC, Dead Earth. He did a commission.
really good. He's kind of like in the school of Paul Pope, except he doesn't.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
He posted this.
Yeah, I've
This
seen
is a commission that he did for somebody.
That's old. He did that a long time ago.
I know, but it is freaking awesome. I'm just salivating looking at this image. This is just pretty much a scene from Star Wars, which actually isn't really what happened in the scene, but all the techniques that is in this page, you can see if you're looking closely the whiteout, how it was. It's probably white acrylic is probably what he used, and it's just this whole page is just gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I think getting an original from him is now my new goal to be able to get. I don't care if it's Crom, I don't care if it's Hera, I don't care if it's Batgirl, I don't care what it is, but to have an original of his is my new artistic collector goal. But,
yeah, he's incredible with. He's definitely got that manga. Like the one of the most amazing things about manga is the speed at which they are able to draw. Like not in terms of how fast they can draw, but how fast their drawings can seem to go.
Yeah.
That looks like it's going about 100,000 miles an hour. Like there's so much energy in that.
Yeah, I love some of them. That's not what I wanted to do. Like the whiteout splatters and so forth, and the Zipatone that he puts on here. I won, and this is hand cut Zipatone because you can even see it here.
Yep.
I've never used Zipatone at all for anything.
Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
But this is just so freaking cool. He
It's so
brings this scene to life.
Yeah, Zipatone is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've
Ah.
had some for over 10 years. I've never used it. I bought it. I scanned it. I've used it digitally. I've never like tried to use it on a physical piece. It's so expensive.
Yeah. I want to just focus in on the Millennium Falcon here.
It's not a complicated piece.
No, it's not. It's not, but there's so much movement. There's so much stuff. There's so much action in it.
Energy.
It worked. Energy. Oh, energy is definitely the word for this.
Energy. That's what I was looking for.
And
Just
you can
a
see,
amount of
yeah, you can see where he cut out the Zipatone and put it on here, and you can see where he added the white lines on the Zipatone to like.
Yeah,
It's just
you cut it out with a razor blade. You go, or you
It's-
go over it with white.
it's just perfect. It's literally fantastic.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this piece, and I mean everything I've seen from him, it's kind of hit or miss, and the majority of the time it's a hit. Like there's been some pieces that he'd done where I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what he was going for here. It looks cool, but I don't know what's happening. This piece is like grand slam, knock it out of the park, drive in 3 runs plus your
Yeah,
own,
if I
it's
saw
great.
that available for purchase, I would absolutely bid on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I think what he was saying was this was a commission for someone, which damn, there's some really lucky person out there right now because this is absolutely gorgeous.
Yep, agreed.
Fills up the page. I mean, just I can't even the sound effects that he put in it, that he did with the whiteout, like wow, it's like, it's just incredible. I think James Herron is growing on me to the point where he's going to be one of those classic artists that you admire long time later. He's like a Jim Aparo to me. As a guy when I first saw him, it was okay. I didn't, he was all right. But as time goes on, you respect the skill, you respect the energy that he puts in these images, and he does this all the time. And
yeah, he's done a couple of like a Spider-Man here or there that's been just same kind of thing where you're like, what is happening?
yeah, exactly. I may have to look in to find some more stuff to share, but I saw this piece and it just blew me away. But I wanted to share with you all.
Excellent.
Because, yeah. All right, time for the peep show. I'm just kidding, no peep show.
I've got some auctions.
Oh yeah, you got something to share with us? Cool.
Sure. Well, wait, I have to ask because this is a new background for you, a new backdrop, and you started sharing some Twitter stuff or a little bit of drama. So I know times are changing. Seems like you're it's dystopian future. It's the dystopian future. So Andrew's now allowing us to cut, which is nice.
Well, it's like I said about this whole thing with Ethan. This is important. This is stuff we need to talk about. This is stuff that affects everybody. And, as much as I want to avoid drama, as much as I want to just have fun with the stuff that I like, I don't care about you guys, you two specifically, but I care about my audience. I don't care about you two. I mean, I love.
Wait, we are your audience.
Hashtag # abandon the chat.
Yeah,
nobody's here. It's the only person watching right now is Kodiak.
Yeah. Evan left.
But yeah, no, we're starting go back to saying this again. The world is changing right before our eyes, and when it comes to comic books, it's a dramatic change, and we need to talk about it. There's things that are going on out there we need to talk about, and my show. We're going to expand and we're going to shift and we're going to talk about it. And I appreciate you guys coming in and sharing your points of view and your opinions on the matter. And yeah.
Okay, cool.
So what are you going to show us, Todd?
Well, I have a question then. Based on your format guidelines, how do you feel about nudity? Specifically, Bruce Timm nudity.
Bruce Timm nudity is fantastic.
Yes, I know, but
I think he is a very well-built man.
That was actually pretty good. That was actually funny.
That was pretty good. All right.
What I've seen of his erotic art,
It's all tasteful.
It's not bad.
but it's gorgeous. So if you want to share some with us, I have no problem with you sharing. Oh,
I
nice.
think it should be the algorithm shouldn't hit you since it's art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's nipples. Oh my god.
dark
Oh my
nipples,
god,
yeah.
Peebs.
So this is all from Comics Link.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll through. There's a couple that I'm kind of drooling over. But I bookmarked some of the ones that were, anything Bruce Timm I'm gonna bookmark. So, or at least like look at. So this is the first one. He's amazing. He's so good. Right.
There's a he has a sketchbook of a bunch of collections of this stuff out there, and I know the last time I saw it, people were wanting some real money for it, but that'd be really nice to get a hold of.
Look at that one.
That one's nice.
Isn't that great? All right. So there's I think that's all the Bruce Timms. Now let's see what else we got.
That was it.
Hold on.
Okay.
So we got Decent Silvestri.
Nice.
This was Hunter Killer.
Yeah,
Or
that's,
the
I
one
believe
after,
so. Yeah.
During this time. So Humberto Ramos.
Oh wow,
That's pretty cool, right?
that's got to be. I was gonna say that's early Humberto Ramos, but maybe that's a lot later.
This is Wolverine 46, 2006.
Okay. That's a nice looking page.
This is another Humberto.
Yep.
Those trees are awesome.
I could do better.
I've always liked Humberto's style. He seems like his artwork always looks like he has fun. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
He always looks like he's having fun when he draws his stuff.
I've actually met him. He's a pretty nice guy.
I've met him a number of times. I've talked to him. I've hung out with him. He's a nice guy. He's one of the genuine people. He is a good guy.
Oh, wow, this is a nice Batman page.
So I have been there. Fortunately, I've been fortunate enough to see that there's been a ton of Irv Norvik pages, and he's a guy that I'd never heard of really, just kind of before my time, and I don't know necessarily why, but there's always like someone, at least for the last year, has been just like dumping pages, like or maybe it's a lot of people. Like his stuff is always in high demand, high trade, right?
Right.
Not super expensive, but there's always like every auction. There's a couple of his pages, Irv Norvik, and Novik. Sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, like his pages always look good. Always. Here's another one.
You know what's scary is that
Almost like cocaine.
there are a lot of comic collectors that collect original
yeah.
art that have been collecting for years, and they're passing away, and then family members are like, we need to do something with this collection of art, and that's one of the reasons why you see certain types of flood of certain artists is because somebody somewhere passed away. And
well, here's the other deal too, with a lot of comic shops closing and a lot of comic artists closing up shop because they don't have jobs. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stuff online. But look at this. He had whited out the border to give it kind of like this flow. Isn't that nice?
that is that's 80s comics, right?
This is, I would say 70s, 71.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's why I'm not familiar with him. He was big in the 60s and 70s, I believe.
Okay.
That's an awesome page.
That
Isn't
is.
it gorgeous? Like all his pages, every single page from this guy that I've seen has been like a bookmark or a zoom in on. I'm like, what is going on? I wish Comic Database, Comic DB was still around so I could find his issues and like go look for him.
Sure.
So simple sketch from Mignola, but still cool.
He's another one. I want to have something of his
Yeah, me too.
someday soon.
You know, this is a simple sketch, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is Jim Lee, Justice League. Yeah, I know.
It's all right.
It's not a bad page. It's not a bad page. Slim Pickens on some of the stuff this week. there are some good stuff coming up on other auction sites, but I figured I'd give you this for today. Although it's really difficult. Like I still have a daydream of buying, or collecting Jim Lee from the '90s, like Uncanny X-Men stuff. But bro, have I lost so much respect for this guy? Like,
let me ask you a question: if you found some of his Alpha Flight pages, would you jump at them?
No.
Okay, just checking.
But yeah, it's really hard because this guy is somebody that I respected for his. I mean, it is really clear that he's a talent, but he's not a leader. He's not like, I kind of, when he didn't show up for the 25th anniversary for the Image, where every other Image founder, no matter if they hated each other or not, showed up and did all the press, and he didn't show up. That was the first sign. I was like, man, what kind of that's kind of a shitty move. You know what I mean? It's not like he's bound by any. It's not like he's like, oh, DC wouldn't let me. Like, he runs the place practically. Like, he can do whatever the hell he wants. He just decided not to, and he didn't want to associate with it. And I was like, oh, that's like kind of lame. And then he's like second in command at DC, and that's fine. He's just drawing and doing his thing. And now that he's publisher, he hasn't said 2 words. The only thing he's done is he's doing like some drawings to auction off for the retailers. It's like, that's great, dude. How about you actually step up to the mic and tell people what you think? Like, stand up, dude. Like, this guy I've lost all respect for this guy. Like, I always kind of wondered, I got to be honest, I always kind of wondered about McFarlane always calling Jim Lee the Golden Boy. And like, he always said it with kind of like a kind of poking the bear kind of a thing. And now I kind of get it, dude. Like, the dude's just kind of like, I mean, he's super talent, but he's kind of a super talent boy. Like, he doesn't really like do anything, dude. Like, if you're not going to stand up and you're not going to talk and you're not going to like carry a flag, that's fine. Shut up and draw. Put some more books out there. Because if you're not putting books out and you're not doing anything else, you're not doing anything. My 2 cents. Anyway, Jim Lee, everybody.
Jim Lee.
Yeah, Jim Lee.
Oh wow, Stuart Immonen, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Now, Stuart Immonen is a freaking genius. He's so good, and he started off as like a Adam Hughes clone. Remember that?
Yeah. He's evolved into his own thing though.
Dude, he is so good. He is so good. Way better than Adam Hughes.
Yeah, but look at that. Like, he just silhouetted like a big action scene.
Yeah, but look how much. But it looks so full.
Yeah, exactly. It hits, dude. It does what you need it to do.
I feel like this, he just like ran out of time and was like, "Fuck it."
But it works. It works so well. Like, that took guts, because a lot of people are going to want to they're going to want to resell that page and make that a money shot. Yeah, and you can tell. He went for the mood of it.
And I also want to say that I think you can kind of tell that he was originally, if you look at the composition, I think originally he was planning to draw this, because if you look at, I don't know who the character is, but if I was to zoom in,
this is part of the Red Goblin storyline. Okay. This was before Norman Osborn revealed that he was the Red Goblin. I see why this is in shadow, because they were still building it up. You see how his hand is going through him. It's because he merged with Carnage, and they were still keeping that kind of under wraps. They hadn't revealed that yet.
Well, then here's what's interesting. Cool. If you look at the silhouette, though, like the cuffs are drawn, like he drew all the wrinkles like you would normally do if you were drawing the full thing. Right. Like, it's, look how good that lighting and that face is, dude.
Nope, that's awesome.
So good. He is so good.
Actually, I think I have that issue. Yep, it's another page from that issue.
Look at that. He's just an incredible. He's kind of, in my opinion, he is kind of the heir apparent to John Buscema.
Really, that's some strong language.
He's pretty damn good, dude. Like, he doesn't drop quality. And
Does
like you've got
Does he
you've got
ink
like guys like
himself?
huh?
Does he ink himself?
I mean, he can. I don't think he does.
Okay. Well, the reason why I was going to say is because I get a lot of Kevin Nolan from this
Yeah,
page.
there's a lot
you
of
know?
Kevin Nolan in there too. There
Yeah.
definitely, but like like I always thought Olivier Coipel was the heir apparent to Jim Lee. He kind of draws like Jim Lee, except maybe like a little tighter. Like Jim Lee's heyday and Uncanny is where Olivier Coipel or Oliver, I don't know how you pronounce his name, Coipel starts.
Yeah.
But that dude's so slow and so kind of well. I guess
What's the price on this page? What's it going for right now?
well, right now it's $200, but that's not gonna be what it.
Oh
what it's
no, that's a couple thousand.
Yeah, there's 26 bids, and there's
Wade Von Grawbadger. Okay, he's
Yeah.
good. He's good.
yeah. So this, you know who that is?
David Finch, really?
Yeah, it's David Finch.
Zoom in on that. That looks kind of cool. What's that from? Is that from like a Darkness issue or something?
It is good job, dude. It's well, Cyberforce.
Cyberforce, yeah. Yeah, same thing.
Pretty much. Isn't that great?
Yeah. We're not seeing you zoom in. Did you open up a second window?
Oh, you're not seeing me zoom in?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been zooming in on a bunch of them, but I forget it opens up different windows. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me see if this works. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys.
We forgive you. Well, we were just enjoying looking at it, so
There.
okay, that's Ripclaw. I thought it was the Darkness, but okay.
Isn't that wicked?
That is definitely an Image comic.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that.
You know?
It looks
I
good.
actually have a special thing. If you have time, I'll show you from Heritage. I'll show you.
That's one of the inking styles I can't do.
You can't do.
hmm
Yeah, it's
That-
not easy.
The Scott Williams inspired type style.
Cross hatching. Yeah.
That type of cross hatching.
Yeah.
That specific type. That's one of the styles I can't do.
All right,
Like-
so I'm going to share.
Like stuff, like the brushier stuff, the stuff that's sort of like how you would eat Kirby or Steve Rude. I can do those. I can do the looser quill pin stuff that's kind of like Sikowitz or Kent Williams, Dennis Cowan, those type of styles. I can do those.
Oh wow, Mike Zeck.
So this
That's
is
awesome.
the color guide, hand painted by Mike Zeck. He signed it over here.
That is fantastic.
Let's see. It's
Looks like
too bright.
airbrush and stuff.
Do you see the whole picture? Yeah.
Mhm.
So he signed it up there. You see where he signed it?
Yep.
But watch this. Oh, is it gonna show me? Oh, I can't see. It's a different picture. Damn it, son of a bitch. Here, let me do this. I'll just do.
Ah!
I know. It's shaking my fucking face.
You know,
Hold on.
somebody out there, Todd, is going to screenshot that photo of
I
you,
know.
and they're going to be able to figure out exactly where you're hiding.
Shut up, dude. So you see it? You see the image?
Mm-hmm.
That's the under image.
Nah.
Let me
Isn't that
see.
awesome?
Oh, cool.
So he
Looks
painted
great.
the whole thing light, and then he just painted the areas he needed to paint. Isn't that gorgeous? That's one of my all-time favorite Punisher covers. Mike Zeck.
I've
on
never
the
seen
poster.
that cover.
You've never seen this?
Mm-mm.
It looks great.
Yeah, I guess it was yeah, they said strong Punisher images. No, this was for I believe this was for the he did a like after the Punisher stuff came out, he did a portfolio.
Oh, okay. That's my.
Remember that?
I've never seen it.
I think that was it was like a portfolio of prints, and I think this was one of them. I might be wrong, but and I remember seeing this as like a poster as well, like limited edition poster back in the day. I think. But dude, look at that! Isn't that awesome?
That's gorgeous.
And then this I kind of love. It's a Milton Caniff, just like a perfect little.
Oh, yeah,
Sketch.
that's great. Yeah, I love
Isn't that
it.
awesome?
Now, is that like on a backboard, or is that on like the back of a book or something?
It is no 3.5 by the art has an image. Well, the image size is 7 by 3, so it's probably like 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
But isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's right up my alley right there. We'll see what happens with that one. But give me 1 second, and I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second. I'm gonna open up another window.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll tell you a quick story.
All right.
I had a guy come into the store and asked me if I knew anything about original art. And I said, well, yeah. He says, well, back in the mid 90s, he had gone to a comic show or a store that had some artists that were doing sketching and so forth. And he and his son got there late and they were closing up. And the kid, he said his son was really upset because he wasn't going to be able to meet these guys. And he kept telling me they were the original creators of like Thor and Superman. And like, oh, okay, sure. And that the comic book artist said, let the guy in, let the kid in. And they all did sketches for him. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. That's a great story. He says, well, I have the sketches. Are you interested? I said, sure, bring them in. And he didn't know who they were by, but he says, I'll bring them in and see what you think. And he brought in the sketches. And there were 2 from Walter Simonson. One was a quick, these are really quick on backboards, a Thing headshot and a Thor headshot, really, really quick from 1993. There was one backboard that had Kurt Swan's signature on it with a Superman logo. I'm like, that's nice. And then a couple guys I didn't recognize, but the names and the art was nice, but there wasn't any, the boards were old. And I was like, this is something that would be very difficult for you to sell. You'd have to go like on eBay or something. The guy's like, oh no, I'm wanting money right now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll make you an offer. And then he had like 10 really cheap beat up comics. And I'm like, these aren't worth anything. And I made him an offer and he's like, oh no, I know they're worth more than that. I'm like, okay, good luck. And he's like, what would you give me for just the comics? I said, nothing. And he's like, I'm like, they're 50-cent comics at the minimum, and they're not even in that great shape. There's nothing there. It's just somebody grabbed a bunch of comics, And I told him, I said, listen, there's another store in the flea market that sells comics and stuff like that. Take them to them and see what they'll offer you. And he came back to me after he went to them and was still trying, and I pretty much offered him the same thing. And he's like, oh no, I just can't do that. And he's like, these two sketches, and he's talking about the Walter Simonson. He says, these are good. They said at the other store, these are really good to sell. And I said, dude, I hate to upset you, but Walter Simonson does free sketches. He's still alive and doing free sketches. You can go up to him at a convention today, meet him. Well, this is back before the virus and all. I said, you can go up and meet him and get a free sketch from him. And I said, I even have a sketch from him. I have a Batgirl sketch from him that I got free.
What kind of sketch was it though from Walter Simonson?
Very, very quick. A Thing headshot and a Thor headshot.
Like 25 bucks.
Even less than that.
Yeah.
But I offered him at the time. I didn't have a lot of money on him, but I offered to buy him from him. He's like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, good luck. But I felt really bad for the guy because they're nice little sketches, but they're not. I probably wouldn't even resell them. I would have kept them for myself. The bag, they were old comic book boards. They were yellowing. I mean, it's
you didn't take care of them.
There wasn't a character that I enjoyed or collected. There wasn't anything specific, but I guess the guys at the other store offered him even less because he came back to me to see if I'd up my ante. But oh well. All right. So what are you showing us now?
Bruce Timm.
Very nice.
Isn't that a gorgeous cover?
What is that too? Does it say?
Yeah. I mean, I can find what's amazing about this though. To me, is like Bruce Timm is a genius. I'm going to show you 2 Bruce Timms, and the style is Bruce Timm, but the coloring is completely different. This has like a 1950s noir kind of like murder mystery thing. Yeah, all crime, right? All crime number 2 cover, right? And this thing sold. This was like last week. But then look at this.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, it's super weird, but a completely different style. Still Bruce Timm, but like completely different vein. Isn't that cool?
Did that one sell too?
Yeah. This is sold for $900.
Okay.
Check this out. Another one. Bruce Timm. After Jack Kirby.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Cersei of the Eternals with a bunch of pigs. Very cool.
Isn't that awesome? All right, now here's the one that I wanted to show you because I think you guys especially will get a kick out of this.
Okay.
So I'm going to zoom in because
That's Cyber Frog and Creed
it is
by Ethan Van Sciver.
signed by both of them, 1997.
Oh wow. Now did
Pretty
that
cool.
one sell as well?
No, this is going on right now.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna do well.
Probably. Isn't that cool though? A couple of little Creed, Cyber Frog stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I picked
cool.
up an old issue of Creed out of the 50 Cent bin a while back, and it was lettered by Ethan.
Oh, that's awesome. I wonder where that dude is now. Like, where is he? Like,
Trent? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and he's been doing he works on a lot of the really big video games that are out now.
Yeah. He does like tutorials on gaming illustrations and all. His stuff's gotten fantastic. He does some amazing work. You need to check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
do
a
that
big
right
deal,
now.
dude.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know how big his YouTube is, but in gaming, and he's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey,
All right, I have to go because I have to get up at 4 a.m.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm expendable, so that's the way it goes.
We don't think you're expendable.
Yeah, but the reality is I'm expendable.
you're expendable?
Hey Ahmed, how's it going?
It's how I say essential.
I miss my buddy Ahmed.
They mean I'm expendable. It's like your life's only worth a couple of bucks an hour.
All right,
So-
now why are all these people coming in at the end when we're getting ready to wrap up?
Yeah, exactly.
Ahmed's here, Phil from Milk's here. I mean, come
Later,
on,
guys.
guys. Take it easy, Avery. Don't work
Because
too hard.
they love because they know what's good for them. They know
They
what's
come,
good.
they come in at the end of the show because they're hoping they miss the peeps.
That's right.
Did I tell you that I found some new peeps that I can't wait to actually do, but I'm not going to do it the show?
Well, you just did, and I won't be here for it.
Chocolate
I'm
pudding
kidding,
peeps.
I'm kidding.
Chocolate pudding peeps. Does that not sound great?
That sounds pretty gross.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you able to find? Where are you finding these peep variants?
Walmart. That's where I normally look for them. Walmart and Target.
That's so weird, dude.
Yeah. I know. All right. Well, we're wrapping up the show tonight. Ahmed says, I miss you too, Andrew. Dude, it's one of those things. Oh, just so you all know, the flea market will be closed to non-essential stores this weekend. And supposedly it's going all the way through the 30th. So
Write your congressman and tell them that comic shops are essential businesses.
That
At least Andrew's.
they should be. They should absolutely be. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. And we'll live stream again tomorrow night. I don't know the exact time. I don't know if we're going to do it at 8 o'clock.
Have
May
you
do it a little earlier.
told everybody that you're going to be doing this every day now?
Yeah. That's the plan. And there's some days that I just won't invite anybody. It'll just be me talking to the audience, connecting with the audience. And other times I'll invite you guys in and we'll see what happens. But I want to stress the fact that it's my show. And when I invite you guys on, I have a tendency to let you guys run.
I do like the fact that you continually have to tell people that. That makes me feel good. That you continually have to say, "It's my show.
It's my show, damn it."
It's me. It's Andrew's show."
Everybody out there, thanks a lot for joining. And we'll catch you again tomorrow. Later, everybody.
Later, guys.